Sacrosanct. None may enter without good cause.
State your business.
The Golden House is sacrosanct. None may come.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Everybody stand!
How unbecoming. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Tidal wave! Bring it on!
Your strength is praiseworthy. I too shall use all of mine. So, don't you dare disappoint me. Foul legacy, the devouring deep!
Time to go. The wind knows me.
I'm going in! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it!
Who's next?
Nice and... Help!
You're a cut above.
Time to go.
Boba, get them! Teamwork is strength!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Hey,
Riptide. Yeah.
Cut down.
Another
No time to lose.
Have a little taste. Freeze.
let's light it up!
I got careless. Picked the wrong test.
Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
I'm going in! You're toast!
Free. Cheap tricks.
You're mine.
Freeze.
The wind knows our
Let's light it up!
Freeze. I got careless. Have a little.
No time to lose.
Race you! Nice and spiky!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds.
Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
Out of the frying pan!
Picked the wrong test subject. Picked
Let's light it up!
test subject.
Wind strider. No time to lose. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
I'm going in! Eat this!
Ready.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Cheap tricks.
One with nature.
Out of the frying pan!
Freeze.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dream!
The wrong test.
Riptide.
I got careless.
Let's light it up!
You win.
Another test subject.
Everybody stand! You're toast!
The wrong test
You can
subject.
run, but you can't hide. Let's get down to business.
Solidify!
We'll see about that. Gotcha. Have fun with this gift. Here comes the catch.
Another test subject. The wrong test subject. Pick.
Nice and spiky.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The bird.
I'm going in. Huh? Eat this.
One with nature.
Huh?
Another test subject. Free!
Teamwork is strength! Hey, out of the frying pan!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my... Riptide. No time to lose. Yeah! Yeah!
Busted! Gears of the storm! Game's up! Time's over! Gotcha!
Rise!
I'm going in! Your talent! Oh, mercy!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Let's light it up! Her Majesty's power
Into the wind.
flows through me!
Clouds high. The bird.
Teamwork is dreamwork! This
Too slow.
Stabilize!
too late for regrets! Have fun with this gift! Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Behold! That's far enough.
Gather!
Leaving so soon.
Gotcha! Gears of the storm! Here comes the catch!
Order guide you!
Squall and fury.
Nice and
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn it.
going in! Eat this!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Solidify!
Dare to mess with me? Truth. Things are about to get dicey. Quiet.
The wind rises. Upon the gale. Into the wind.
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Boba, get them! Everybody stand!
Clouds high. The birds.
Hey,
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! We'll see about that! Busted! Too late for regrets! Gears of the storm! Here comes the catch!
This is order. Squall and fury.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice
The
is
wind knows me.
Eat this!
Fallen leaves.
Adorn my
Teamwork is
Let's
dreamwork!
end this now.
Will. Now you're testing my patience. We'll meet again.
Too slow.
Gather.
Dare to mess with me?
Solidify.
Truth repeats its course. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
The wind rises.
Gather.
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. Gears of the storm!
Order guide you.
Cry louder.
Solidify.
Busted. Truth repeats its course. Here comes the catch.
This is order. Gather.
Quietly now. Too late for regrets.
Stabilized.
Gears of the storm. Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha. We'll see about that.
Order guide you.
Truth repeats its course. Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Behold. Ah!
Upon the gale. Unsightly insects.
Gotcha! Gears of the storm! Game's up! Time's over!
The wind rises.
Solidified!
Busted!
Where I'm from.
Stabilize!
Let's play! Time for takeoff! Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this!
I will have order!
Squall and fury.
Here we go! Think you can get away?
Solidify!
Too late for regrets! Truth repeats itself!
Wretched vermin.
Time for takeoff! Brace yourself!
This is order!
Behold. One with nature.
I'm going in! You're toast!
As one with wind and cloud. Riptide. Ja, ha, ja. Ta, ha, ja. Ja, ja. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Za. The wind knows me.
Let's light it up nice and spicy! Ha!
Cha, cha.
Huh? Out of the frying pan?
One with nature. Ha! Ta! Ta! Ya! Ya! Ya!
Booba, get them! Teamwork is strength!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Hey, yeah!
You can run!
Nice and spicy.
Wind Strider!
Yahoo!
Gather!
Let's play. Think you can get away? Have fun with this gift.
Squall Fury!
I will have order.
Dare to mess with me? Time for takeoff. Gears of the storm.
The wind rises. You dare to gaze upon me?
Brace yourselves.
Stabilize.
Let's play. Think you can get away?
Gather.
Yahoo! Have fun with this gift.
Stabilize.
Brace yourselves. Too late for regrets. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Unsightly insects! Behold!
Gather.
Brace yourselves. We'll see about that. Yahoo!
The wind rises.
The fate of this world is already.
Into the wind.
Going in! Let's light it up! You're toast!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice
Couldn't
is
let your
ready.
guard down.
Booba, get them!
One with nature.
Pound into the ground.
Nice and spicy!
The wind knows me.
Off we go! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Let's light it up! Adventure time! Off we go!
We meet at last.
Solidify.
Oh, jeez. Think you can get away? Brace yourself. Years of a storm.
This is order.
Wretched vermin!
Gather!
Yahoo! Too late for regrets. Ha! Dare to mess with me? What must go on? Having fun? Let's play! Time for takeoff. Have fun with this gift. Brace yourself. We'll see about that. Think you can get away? Truth repeats itself.
Cry loud!
Order guide you.
Into the wind! Clouds high! The bird?
Everybody stand! You're toast!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! One with nature!
Let's light it up! Yeah!
Stabilize.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Behold!
Bow your head!
Too late for regrets! Gotcha! Gears of the storm!
This is order.
Busted! We'll see about that! Game's up! Fun's over! Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift!
Swollen fury! How amusing! Wretched vermin!
Solidify.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Know your place!
Stabilize. I will have order.
Take it easy. Truth repeats itself.
Gather.
We'll see about that.
Solidify.
Dare to mess with me? Gears of the storm! Gotcha! Things are about to get dicey.
The wind rises. Search for it.
Quietly now.
Stabilize.
We'll see about that!
This is order. Gather.
Busted!
Ah, perfect weather for fishing. The sound of the rain scares them away, but once it stops, they're yours for the taking.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here.
Welcome to Palais
I hope the
Mermoni.
weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia. Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
You're mine!
Which is...
Yeah!
Lady Farina?
What's Lady Farina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Farina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script, but the deadline's passed and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the end. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson? Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Add Ash. Thank you for Add Astro. Would you care to see? If you ever have...
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally. You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here. Bring it on. It's fine. Wind strike.
Booba, get them!
Ha! Who's next?
Time to go.
Riptide!
Time to go.
Teamwork is strength!
Behold! Squall and fury! Too slow. Behold!
Too late for regrets! Have fun with this, kid! Game's up! Time's over!
Squall and fury! Only just looks like I went too far. Behold!
Cry louder! I will have order! Stabilize! Gather!
Too late for regrets!
The wind rises. Quit following me. Behold! The wind rises. Quit following me. Behold! Squall and fury! The wind rises.
Solidify!
Behold!
Unnecessary. Squall and Fury. Take it and have... Behold! Take it and have fun. Squall and Fury. Too slow. Behold!
Here comes the catch. Nice and split.
Into the wind.
Let's light it up. Yeah. It's a miracle. Oh, ow. Where did that come from? Off we go! Off we go! Weather's not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
Alright. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And...
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget. After the Hydra, to avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress, playing the role of Farina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia!
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have. I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems, but that never fixes anything.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me, but they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me, which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydra Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
No time to lose.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll, and here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Reward? I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing a secret I swore to believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feeling. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure! Okay, let's head back and check it out!
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers... This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill. I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Everybody stand back! You're toast!
You can run, but you can't hide. No time to lose.
Booba, get them!
The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
Riptide!
Adventure time! Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Oh, ow! Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain. Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. Let's go find some treasure.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go!
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours! I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here!
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me, and perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with O'Reilly.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Let's go find some treasure. Off we go.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here. I'm sorry.
Aww, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Let's light it up!
This is just my... Ugh.
Nice and spicy.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Everybody stand! As one with wind and cloud! One with nature!
Eat this!
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest...
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vimo. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without... It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything. Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life-and-death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings?
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.